Hello and welcome. We are so excited to welcome you to Living Cities Earth experience. Please enjoy the next few minutes, and we hope that this video and the ideas from our speakers will change your life to the better. Listen carefully. What particularly talks to you? What might have a chance to change your life and lives of people around you? Also, life of your place and our planet. We believe that you, the leaders of positive change, are those who define the future. So let's work together. And thank you for coming.
Let's continue our celebration. Today is the Earth Day, and I congratulate every one of you and all people around the world with this amazing celebration. And we're ready to continue to move directly to our next session. The next session is Systemic Impact Leadership course presentation, but we don't want to make it just a presentation of the course. We want to deliver value and we want to make it useful for you. So let me introduce my two colleagues, Marina Demchenko. She, you just saw her, right? She took the interview with Marilyn, and Marina's birthday is today, and it's, I think, amazing sign. Lev, you would like to add something? It's amazing sign, I think, for us and for our team that our co-founder Marina Demchenko's birthday is also today as a Earth Day. You want to add something?
I want to ask you a question, if I may, just to as a start to the next section, which will be, I'm sure, extremely rich. And how do you connect, you and the team which created this course, how do you connect it with our goal of working with local and global leaders in 10,000 cities? I have very much interest to understand how we'll connect this course with people on the ground.
Thank you so much. Let me make it as an intrigue, right? And let me first my colleagues to introduce, right? Each our 3 blocks. So our next session is going to have 3 parts. The part number 1, Marina Demchenko is going to represent it. So our leadership, systemic impact leadership program is based on the 3 levels. It's a places levels, we call it social level. It's a people level, we call it organizational level, and it's a personal level, we call it individual level. So because we're celebrating the Earth Day today, we're going to start with the social level, and Marina is going to represent how to be impactful leader on a social level. After that, we're going to also watch the video and Olga's presentation. Olga Gerardin is also a co-founder of LC. She has amazing experience working with the corporates around the world, and she is going to share how we can lead people in an integral way, in a systematic way, a systemic way. And in a part of this presentation number 3, I'm going to conduct a practical workshop for you, and I would love to invite you to take a time for yourself. And that's how, Lev, that might be the first part of the answer, right? So how we can relate, right, systemic impact leadership course to our global goal and vision, right? We can, I think, it's just my perception, but I would love to ask you after the presentation, how do you see it, right? But in my opinion, we should start from ourselves, like Daniel invited us to do, right? And it's an individual level. After that, we can see how we contribute in people by leading people in our organizations, or maybe businesses, companies, maybe a non-profit organization, or even in our families or friend circles, in our cities activities, right? And the social level, it's how we impacting, how we are impacting to the places, to cities, to territories, and the planet in general. And we try to put all of these things together in our program, and we would love you to see how it's going to work. So the first video, again, Systemic Impact Leadership course, social level, Marina Demchenko. Happy birthday, Marina, again, is going to introduce what this social level in our program includes. Please, let's watch the video.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. Happy Earth Day to all of you, and let us celebrate it together. Let me share my screen. Okay, I hope you see it. Let us talk about systemic impact leadership approach, which we are providing with my colleagues in Panorama Lab. And let me talk to you about social aspects of sustainable development. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Marina Demchenko. I am PhD in economics, text speaker, researcher using the integral approach. I think about myself as a viewer of abundant reality. I work with different systems, be it a person, an organization, a big company, or a city itself. And I define myself as an earthling with the Slavic roots, because, I believe that our motherland gives us lots of energy and wisdom and culture and powerful history, which gives us understanding of what we are. But it's really important to contribute all our skills, all our knowledge and understanding and this energy to the development of the earth itself. So taking it from the land where you were born and giving it to a planet which gives you life, which provides you life every day. By the way, I'm the first ever advisor to the mayor of the city on the holistic well-being and happiness of citizens. It was in Russia, city of Zverevo, and I really believe that only connecting people together in their love, gratitude, and appreciation to the land where they live, only together we can provide this well-being and happiness for each other, for our organizations, for the places where we live, and for our Mother Earth. I'm a co-founder of Panorama Lab for integral personal, organizational, and territorial development. I'm also a co-founder and operating director in Living Cities Earth, the global horizontally organized action community of leading experts in integral development of cities, of territories, of organizations, various researchers and practitioners, people from business and from public sector, from civil society. And my passion is future, and I'm really focused on development of humanity, on our, recollection of what to be a human and what is our purpose in this world, in our life. So let's start. Planet Earth. What do you think? What is it, our planet? Is it simply one of the planets in the solar system? Or maybe it's a land which should be conquered, managed by humans, divided, or maybe somehow gardened. Or maybe it's a spaceship which carrying us through the cosmos. But what if we are not just aloof observers? What if we are not neither conquerors, nor astronauts, nor even dwellers? What if we are the Earth? Just as neurons in our brain at the upper right corner of this slide, neurons form our brain, other cells of our body form tissues, tissues form organs, and organs form our body. Just in the same way, people form communities. We form families, organizations, we form countries, and humanity as a whole. You can see how it looks alike. A city from the plane of from the board of the plane in the lower right corner, and this entanglement of our neurons in the brain. And by the way, you can see our Mother Earth from the spaceship. Yes, from the picture from the satellite, and looks very similar, isn't it? And you can also see how solar system, galaxies, the whole universe reminds us about molecules, atoms, quarks in the lower left corner of this slide. We can find the infinite fractal similarity in anything with everything in the world. We literally are the Earth. We are her cells. You can see here how individuals form relationships, our relationships form groups, societies, planets, and so on and so forth to all that is. We are the parts of one big, vibrant living system. And what does this revelation can tell us? Each of us, every day of our life, makes a choice. If we are the cells of the planetary body, we can choose whether to be the stem cells, cells which create everything in the organism and provides its thriving and health, or we can choose to be the cancer cells, which conquer, consume, destroy, eat everything around us. And you can see that most of the systems in our human societies are much alike the dominator hierarchies, which behave as cancer cells, which exploit existing life. And we can rather often see in our human systems the words, I don't care, it's not my business. There are some people who are responsible for something, not me, not now. We have scientists, politicians, bosses, anyone else, but not me. But if we perceive ourselves as a stem cells of the planetary organism, if we understand that we are the living parts of this vibrant, big, beautiful organism, planet Earth, when we can start nurturing life from bottom to up to top, from inside out, and then we can start thinking about what can I do, not only for myself, but for people around me. How can I contribute to my organizations, to my city? These thoughts are usually full of curiosity and humble apprenticeship, instead of subordination, submission, compliance, obeying, which we are accustomed in our social systems. So, as everyone's lives depends on the health of the planet, so the health of the whole planet depends on the way of life and on the decisions which we make every day, on the decisions of each of us. And here I would like to refer to my dearest friend and teacher, co-founder of the Living Cities Earth, Marilyn Hamilton, who coined this 4P nesting level approach, a master code of care in living systems, Marilyn Hamilton offered thinking about care as the circles on the water, when a person first of all should take care about themselves, about how to be fully alive, how to be healthy, how to be thriving, how to be happy. But it's more important not only to think about ourselves, but also to collaborate with other people and start thinking about how my own benefits and my own prosperity will contribute to people around me. And collaborating with people around us, we can start taking care about our planet, our places, our cities, settlements, the bioregions where our cities are situated. And to make a systemic positive impact to the planet itself, we need to have compelling answers to all of the following 3 questions. In each our step, in each our decision, it's important to understand what is the positive impact to which will benefit to ourselves. The second question is how this decision will positively impact people around me. And the third question is how my decisions will benefit the place where I live, and how can I contribute the place where I live, and how it is influence on the planet itself. And having these 3 compelling answers to these existential questions, we can truly think systemically and take systemic impact, systemically impact leadership, and really contribute to each other, to our organizations, to cities and planet itself. And in order to be balanced in this approach, in providing these benefits on different levels of our nested hierarchical living systems, which we are part of, it is really important to be congruent. And as it is important for a person to be congruent and to have no dissonances in how we feel, how we think, how we act, and what we speak out, it is also very important to have this congruence in our organizations, in our corporate cultures, in our civil society. And I think that this approach can help us understand the core issues, the answers to the question, why do our systems, living systems, our social systems are not always healthy. And our course, Systemic Impact Leadership, is mostly dedicated to healing these systems, to providing them prosperity, thriving, and to providing them harmony, first of all. So, how does it work on other levels? This Aqual approach, 4 quadrants of integrity and wholeness, was created by the well-recognized philosopher, contemporary philosopher Ken Wilber, who told us that each living system has 4 quadrants, 4 aspects of development or of manifestation, if you like. We have interior aspects of our development and exterior. Exterior is how we manifest ourselves through our behavior, through our systems, through our processes. And interior parts of our development is about our internal conditions, about our worldviews, values, feelings, emotions, knowledge, and of course about some collective aspects, how they influence our decisions. That is about our history, social norms, shared purpose, shared values, and so on and so forth. So this approach can be applied both for person, for organization, for the city itself, for any country, and for the whole of humanity. And our main idea in the systemic impact leadership to provide you with knowledge how to balance all these 4 quadrants, how to help your society, your city, your communities, your organizations, your personal relationships with your teammates, with your maybe relatives, with people whom you love and whom you care, how to provide this balanced, congruent, and healthy interrelationships, how we can heal our systems, how we can approach systemically to these interactions on different levels, on the personal level, on the organizational level, and on the societal level itself. So here is the structure, personal layer, organizational layer, societal layer, and these 4 quadrants. What is about external, exterior manifestations, and what about our internal conditions, how we feel, how we think, what are we seeing, how we perceive, and how we understand the reality. And all these interconnected systems can help us contribute in most positive way, taking into account the influence, the impact of our decisions on different levels, without making harm on any level in any decisions we make. So, to tell the story short, we will use individual, organization, and social development approach. We will use this 4-quadrant matrix, which was coined by Ken Wilber. We will use the evolutionary approach of to the development called spiral dynamics, because we are interested not only in systemic analysis in this very moment, but we want to look at it in the dynamics, how it will develop through the time. And of course, you will be provided with different tools, instruments, approaches, ideas, instructions, checklists, and so on and so forth, which will help you implement your knowledge in your day-to-day life and start changing your approach to the systemic leadership through the from the first day of our course, and start contributing positively on different levels of our social systems, finally at the same time contributing to the development of the planet itself. So we will provide to you 9 weeks of the course, 2 online webinars in each week, with practical assignments, checklists, tools for development in different formats. You will also have access to 20 practical workshops, which will start, by the way, already in May. And the course itself, Systemic Impact Leadership course, will start in June. You can use this QR code in order to pre-register for the course, and you can visit our website, which is in the bottom of our website, of this slide. So at the end of my short story, I would like to wish you to find your own path as a cell of the planetary organism, the planet Earth. To think over the idea, what cell in this organism, what organ in this organism do you want to be, and do you want to belong to? Is it a blood cell, or maybe a neuron of the brain, and how you can contribute on all levels of this beautiful, wonderful living system in which we are nested and which we are part of. And at the end of this story, I would like to share with you some insight which came to me and my clients when we were working with one of the cities in Russia, with people who were very keen about their culture, about saving their motherland, about their people who loved their history, who wanted to create a very attractive image of their territory because they truly love the place where they live. So there are no separate individuals saving or destroying the planet. By doing so, we are saving and destroying ourselves with every decision and action we take every day. We are the planet, the cells of its organism. We are the life itself. So let us heal and nurture it together. Thank you for watching, and you are very, very welcome. See you on our Systemic Impact Leadership course. Goodbye.
Thank you so much to Marina. So as I mentioned before, Marina just opened the door and let you to see the part of the course, the social level of the Systemic Impact Leadership. And now I would love to invite you to explore organizational level, people level, and let's watch the video which was created by Olga Gerardin, and Olga also is going to represent herself, and let's explore the second level, our organizational level.
Good day, everybody. It is my pleasure to be part of this wonderful gathering today and to join you in celebrating our planet with you. Welcome to the Systemic Impact Leadership Part 2. We will be looking at the systemic impact leadership in the organizations. My name is Olga, and I am a partner at Panorama Lab. You have already met the members of our dream team, Marina Demchenko and Alexei Groshenko. I truly appreciate your involvement in this wonderful initiative organized by the LCE and the opportunity to be here with you today. You can look up the details about my credentials and professional path on the web. I will just mention that I am a globetrotter. I love traveling, which I'm doing right now. That's why I'm presenting via video. Travels give me insights, ideas, and energy. I love discovering and experiencing the beauty of our planet, seeing the diversity in all its forms, be it people, cultures, places, different thoughts, ideas, nature, of course. With more than 2 decades in corporate environment in human resources, I had the opportunity to work with people from over 120 countries on 5 continents. Marina earlier today introduced us to the integral approach to leadership at the societal level. And I would like to share with you some insights about how this approach and how our integral model to leadership create positive, sustainable impact in the organizations. I will then pass it over to Alexei, who will cover our role as individuals in leading positive impact in our beautiful world. So let's begin. We know that any organization is focusing on 3 important things: innovation, collaboration, and efficiency. These are the prerequisites for any organization to be successful in the real world, to continue operating and operating by delivering results. And that's why we see that every company pays attention to important areas such as employee well-being, the company culture and the team spirit, of course, smooth operating mechanisms, and all these in order to create sustainable results. We know that companies launch many projects, many change initiatives. They implement those around the world to ensure that companies remain attractive, they're a pleasure to work in, they're admired and admirable for everything that they do. Knowing all this, let us look at how successful these change initiatives and everything that the companies implement have been. And here we may see some interesting results. If we look at the reality for the past 2 decades, and we look at the success record of change from 1995 to 2015, we will see that not much has changed. We see that 30% or less is the success rate of the changes and initiatives implemented by the companies. And we know that 70% of the implemented changes do not deliver expected outcomes, or changes are developed but never implemented. I always wondered why that is. Well, sometimes I wanted to say it's all due to the Pareto principle at work, the famous 80-20 principle that he developed. But you know what? I suggest that we look at what makes the companies successful, what distinguishes those companies, those 30% that make their changes work and that make lasting impact, lasting positive impact in their organizations. Let us start by looking at a couple of examples. The first example that I would like to share with you is Project Senegal. It is a real company that has decided to participate in the community efforts to make our world a better place. The company mobilized the employees, who then traveled thousands of miles to Senegal, where the company partners with local NGOs and charity organizations. A group of selected 20 people spends the entire day on the beach, cleaning it of debris, plastic, trash. The team, by the end of the day, is very proud. They filled up the entire truck with garbage, leaving the beach area clean and neat. Wonderful team effort, wonderful result. The team is ready to celebrate. As the truck leaves the beach, a team member sees the truck stopping about 200 meters farther and dumping all the garbage back onto the beach. What a disgrace. The team runs to the driver and asks him why he did it, why he neglected all the work, all the efforts that the team was doing during the whole day. The driver politely and calmly explained that, first of all, there are no waste processing and garbage recycling facilities in Senegal. Secondly, he said that he was getting paid for this job, and with the money that he was receiving, he was able to feed his family, so his basic needs were somewhat satisfied. And he also said that it would be really great if the companies, before they were sending volunteers to clean the beaches in Senegal, helped the government and the country build the infrastructure, build the facilities that they could help finally resolve the issue of the waste and ocean waste. And then, welcome to clean the beaches. This is Project Senegal. Let's look at another project. This one was initiated by Hewlett-Packard, HP, the company that was named most responsible company in America in 2022. And this project I have chosen to share with you because I find it truly remarkable. Back in 2020, HP decided to partner with local organizations and NGOs in Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. More than 6 million people live in poverty on the island. HP decided to build a program to support local workers who collect plastic from beaches, waterways, and on the land in order to recycle this plastic into new HP devices. They decided to install a high-tech washing line at the partner recycling facility, and this installation of the washing line significantly increases the amount of plastic that can be processed. In addition, it boosts the value of the plastic on the open market, which brings much needed income opportunities for local workers. Now, the plan was launched in 2020. We all know that 2020 had other plans for all of us on this planet. First, there was the pandemic, and then the tropical storm Laura swept through Haiti in August 2020. But you know what? The pandemic could not stop the washing line, and neither could tropical storm Laura. Too much was at stake. Hundreds of local collectors depended on the facility for their livelihood. And the project partners had already come too far in building this essential infrastructure. There was no way turning back. So the HP team decided to do the installation virtually, starting in July with a local crew from Haiti and the neighboring country, Dominican Republic. Through a combination of innovation, persistence, and grit, a multinational team got the washing line job done, and the washing line began operating in September 2020. Can you imagine this? Building a manufacturing facility, a high-tech washing line through virtual guidelines, and making it work. So HP basically created a miracle against all odds. And so far, this effort has kept around 2 million pounds of plastic materials, or more than 60 million bottles, out of the environment. Isn't it amazing? In addition to that, building this washing line for recycling also addressed a series of socio-economic issues in Haiti. Haiti is similar to Senegal here because Haiti does not have a formal garbage system. Plastic is picked up by local collectors. And many of these collectors are women, and they support their families. What HP decided to do? They invested in the safety and sanitation improvements to protect the workers. In addition, HP also provided school tuition and supplemental learning centers for the children of collectors. Moreover, these new washing line collectors were able to double their income because the capacity of the production has increased tremendously. The efficiency of the work and the plastic that was collected, the volumes increased tenfold. HP created 1,100 job opportunities, earning opportunities for people living in Haiti. And with the capacity going full speed, HP estimates to add additional 1,000 earning opportunities in the local market. So this has been an extraordinary project that had to overcome so many obstacles, while at the same time being so rewarding and so impactful. And in addition to the social responsibility that HP was carrying, I think HP touched a very important problem that our planet is still facing. This problem of generational poverty. With this beautiful initiative implemented by HP in Haiti, they enabled the garbage collectors, the plastic collectors, to not only put food on the table, but also put some money into their savings accounts and plan for the education of their children. And who knows, maybe their education as well. So the Haiti facility, in my view, is a template for all other projects around the world. This is an inspirational story that organizations can look up to and really learn from. I'm not surprised that HP was named the most responsible company in America in 2022. This is the project that I think we all can be proud of, and we shall share this story with the world. Now, if we compare both projects, Senegal and Haiti, they both have positive impact, although the dimensions and the scope of the impact is different. And it is always a choice for us in terms of what tools, what instruments, what approach we would like to use when we want to create positive change. We can do something similar to Project Senegal. It's still a noble purpose, doing good for the planet by collecting garbage. Or we can develop something and implement something similar to the Project Haiti. And the question that I would like us to ask is there something that the leaders that make long-lasting changes and successful changes, is there something that they know that we all need to be aware of and use in the approaches to create positive impact for our employees, for our organizations, customers, shareholders, society? And at Panorama Lab, we believe that yes, all these leaders, they share 4 principles in common. First of all, when they look at their organizations and when they design a new initiative or something, be it process, product, project for implementation, for success, they know that there is no one best way to design, organize, and manage any organization. Best design is always dependent on the demands of the situation. This is number 1. So you have to be creative. Use your knowledge, use the tools available, and then apply your thinking process, systems thinking, in order to design the solution that's appropriate to the situation. Secondly, the leaders that make their organization successful, they understand that all system elements of the organization are interconnected and interrelated. They directly impact organizational effectiveness. So the employee well-being without smooth operating mechanism in the company will not deliver sustainable results. Sustainable results will be absent if there is rotten company culture, even if the employees are feeling great and even if there is a smooth operating mechanism. But if all these elements are healthy, are functioning well, and work in congruence and in harmony, then we can see this whole organization blossoming. So success and effectiveness of change initiatives are dependent on healthy functioning of the system as a whole and healthy functioning and output of each and every element within the system. Success is also dependent on the relationships within the structure of the organization, as well as the interaction of the organizational parts with the environment. And this is where you have already seen the slide in Marina's presentation. She talked about it earlier. It is very important that whenever we look at the organization, we look at it holistically, we look at it systemically, and we consider the 3 levels that we operate in: the individual level, the organizational level, and the societal level, because all these are interconnected. They impact each other, and the output of one becomes input for another, and so on. And of course, organizations need to have proper technology structures and competent people in place, making sure that we all create value and positive impact for this world. Therefore, the 4th element here is the engagement of the whole system. And managers and leaders that bring their organizations and their teams to success, they know this, that the engagement of the whole system is essential. They know that people learn best and they willingly apply and implement the decisions that they were able to create when they participated in the design, when they participated and were involved in creating the solutions that the companies are going to implement, organizations, governments, administrations, etc. So with this in mind, with these principles of organizational success, I would like to once again invite you to the training, Systemic Impact Leadership Training, that covers these 4 aspects. First of all, our training course that is coming up in June will help leaders learn how to think systemically. Secondly, the leaders will explore ways to bring coherence into the systems of different type, systems of different nature, with different products, different solutions, etc. Thirdly, the leaders learn how to create organizational engagement by understanding self and understanding others. And of course, the leaders take away many different tools that they can use to create lasting positive impact in their organizations, in their lives, in the lives of people surrounding them, in their communities, in their cities, in their countries, and for the planet. So I hope to see you at our training. I would like to thank you for your attention, for your participation, and we'll see you soon, hopefully live. And with this, now it's over to Alexei. Thank you.
And thank you for all of you for watching and paying attention to the second part of our program, second level of our program, organizational level. And let me right away invite you to explore the other level of our program, individual level. Let me share my screen. And if you don't mind, I would invite you also to turn on your cameras and let's make a connection. Eric, thank you so much. So I'm turning on the presentation. And as I mentioned before, I would like to make it also practical for you. So please prepare the list of paper and pen, and I invite you to take a time for yourself. Now, next 40 minutes, let's talk about ourselves, because a lot of previous speakers mentioned that we need to start about from ourselves, right? And the individual level of our program, that's exactly where we can do it, for sure. Please let me know, is the presentation on? Can you see it?
Wow, you have made it. You just watched amazing insights from experts of Living Cities Earth ecosystem. We welcome you to the Living Cities Earth experience and hope that we are going for a long ride as we take care of ourselves, our communities, our cities, and our planet. Thank you and welcome.